Welcome back to Senioritis v2024. I am your host, Michael O'Leary, and today I'm joined here by Quin Graham, Sebastian Franca, and Chris Pinola.
Hey guys.
All right, so what's been up recently? How's everyone feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Doing all right.
Yeah. Sebastian, this is actually your first time on a production like this, right?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course.
Woo.
You like the set?
Very much so. It's my first time in the set.
Yeah, it's a nice set.
It is.
Set.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start off how we usually start this stuff off. College check-ins. Anyone's got any updates? Any acceptances, deferrals, any just new stuff like that?
I got accepted into Dartmouth. They gave me some money, actually.
UMass Dartmouth? Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very happy about that. Also got into, I think, UMass Boston as well.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how much money they're going to give me, but I still have to do my FAFSA
Yeah.
because I've been kind of slacking on that.
Well, so how's in FAFSA?
Yeah.
We're not going to hear back till like mid-April because they keep rolling in new updates and they just keep pushing back the time.
Really stinks.
Yeah.
Did you guys do it yet?
Yeah, I did it like 2 months ago, but they're still processing it.
Really?
Yep. Because they're like, oh yeah, we're not going to send stuff to schools until the middle of March, but like we're only going to get 2 weeks to decide once we get the full package, which just isn't feasible.
Was it because of the new law they had this year?
I don't think so. They're just like updating it fully. They're trying to create this new thing called a student aid index, I believe.
Yeah.
And they're trying to implement it more.
Yeah.
FAFSA was actually due when colleges, like college decision day was originally, I think. Like, I think FAFSA is due May 1st now.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Because
Yeah,
college
that's what
decision got
everybody's
pushed
saying.
back
April.
for
Only for some schools. Because
most now.
I think half of my schools are still May 1st.
Seriously?
Well,
Which isn't
schools
fun.
have, you might be thinking of priority deadlines. Like, I know UMass
yeah.
Boston has a priority deadline of this Friday, actually, March 15th.
Oh, really?
But it's not actually due until like May 1st. I mean, you can quote me if I'm wrong, but that's just what I've been seeing around.
Yeah.
And obviously, decision day is June 1st.
Yeah.
For some schools.
Sorry.
I don't need to worry about any of that. I made my decision.
So let us know. What is
Yeah, I'm going to UMass Boston.
it? Ooh, congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you going to major in?
IT.
Nice.
It was between that and computer science. I was a little indecisive for a little while, but then I figured it's more so like maintenance, and I mean I have experience with that. I've been doing IT at the school, so
Nice. What was it about UMass Boston that you really liked?
it's close enough to commute. I have a relative that works there, so I've gotten like a good gaze around the campus. I've been there a couple times. It's nice. It's like right next to Dorchester. It's not too bad of a drive, but I'd probably end up taking the train, which is one of the better parts of the commute because it's like a 5-minute walk from the station. I have a stop that's like dedicated for it.
Nice. Yeah, I have a good friend of mine commutes to UMass Boston daily, and he seems that he likes it.
Yeah, it's solid.
Nice. All right, Sebastian, you already told us that you got some nice colleges.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to UMass mostly. I'm thinking about going to Massasoit for 2 years probably, then transferring to
nice.
UMass to just save a little bit of money.
Yeah.
That's always
Yeah.
smart. Mass
Yeah.
transfer program's really reputable for that.
But depends how much money I get from financial aid. If I get enough like money and it's like cheap enough, I might just like skip out on Massasoit and go straight to UMass just to, cut out the middleman, just start going there.
I respect
I feel like people do shut down like community college too much because like they always get the notion it's like, oh, it's community college, it's like so much cheaper than like even a state school, but like it's kind of the smart thing to do because like for a lot of people at least they're going to college for like just to get their undergrad out of the way, or I mean you obviously need your associates for your undergrad, but if you can go to a community college for like the first 2 years, get your associates, that's like significantly cheaper than like going to like a state school for 4 years.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I agree.
I was originally going to do that before I got some of the offers that I did, but I don't know. I still think it's a good idea.
I know,
about
like,
some of the offers. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, no, you good.
I was just gonna ask a follow-up question. Like, what are some of the offers you got from the colleges?
Well, I'm thinking I'm stuck between two schools now, Bridgewater State and UMass Boston. I've gotten decent scholarships from them, and I'm hoping financial aid can get me over the hump at this point. Yeah, I was considering UMass Dartmouth as well because I had applied for a full ride scholarship for there, but I didn't quite land the mark on that. But it's thinking about it now, I'd have to live there, and I think I'd rather just commute. So yeah, long story short, UMass Boston or Bridgewater State.
Ooh, nice. Forgot what I was gonna say earlier, but that's more than fine. I guess it's on to me. I heard back from a few colleges. I heard back from Rochester Institute of Technology, got in there.
Nice.
Nice.
Got pretty penny from them. I also applied for a scholarship there as a performing arts scholarship. I did an audition, answered some essays. I got that as well. It gave me a lot of opportunities, such as I think there's a lot of workshops, local shows that would be offered at a lot less price, and just like more involvement within the music community there, which is very strong within Rochester. And then I recently heard back, I think it was last week, from UMass Amherst. I got on there for their computer science program.
Nice.
So I think for right now, it's in between RIT and UMass Amherst, but I think sometime within the next 2 weeks, I'm hearing back from my last two schools, BU and Northeastern, and if I get into either of those, I feel like that might weigh out the other two.
Sick.
Thanks. All right, do we have anything else to talk about for colleges?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah.
All right,
No.
let's move back on to our next topic, vacation. So, what everyone do during February break?
I'll go first because, to be honest, I didn't do much over vacation. Just sat around, hung out with some friends every once in a while, and then just chilled out, caught up on sleep because I desperately needed that.
Yeah.
And
We all do.
Yeah, that's about it.
Nice.
Nice, relaxing vacation. It's always nice.
What about you, Quin?
I did a little bit of traveling at the beginning of vacation.
Ooh.
I went to New Jersey to visit some family for the first few days of break. I think I came back on the Wednesday. It was right near the Philadelphia border, though. Or the Pennsylvania border near Philadelphia. So I went there for a day, which was pretty cool because we missed out on that. Our 8th grade Philadelphia trip got canceled because of the pandemic.
That was rough.
Yeah, so I got
was not
to
happy.
explore around, see what could have been, maybe.
Yeah. What could have been in the alternate universe where COVID never happened?
But
Would we be where we are?
yeah. Other than that, just hanging out.
All right. Chris, what were you up to during the vacation?
I actually started out with dog/house sitting my uncle. I know it sounds riveting, but it was actually kind of cool because I lived by myself for a weekend, which was actually it's the first time I've done something like that, so it was kind of cool. I mean, they have nice dogs. I'm kind of a dog person, so I kind of enjoyed the experience. Overall, pretty cool. For the rest of vacation, I didn't do that much though. I kind of, like you said, I needed sleep desperately. I always, I don't know, Sunday night is the worst. I'm looking at my phone, I'm like, oh, I gotta be up in 6 hours. I wish it was a weekend day. I just need a little bit more sleep, but it's whatever. We're getting a break soon anyway. April break's coming up in a couple weeks. It's the 3rd week of April, which is pretty soon.
I wish it was sooner.
Yeah.
I love the never-ending cycle. You wake up on a Monday, go oh, I got to go to school. And then it's Tuesday, then it's Wednesday. And then, you know what? In a week, it'll be a Wednesday again.
Just got to make it through this week.
But then you say
then the
that
next one.
every week. And it just doesn't end. But you know what? That's why they call it senioritis, because it gets worse.
Yeah.
We'll be out of it soon. Hopefully. And let's hope that college isn't worse.
That'd be funny.
Before we move away from vacation, though, you probably had the most interesting break out of all of us.
Yes.
For
I didn't
sure.
go to New Jersey. That's pretty interesting.
I think you went
to
somewhere
Boston,
a little
right?
bit more
Didn't you?
interesting than New Jersey.
So yeah, I thought I went to Boston. I got a little bit lost, and I ended at this weird I don't know, this electric tower. I thought it was at least. And then people around, they're speaking this weird language. They're like, oh, Eiffel. I was like, oh. And I realized I ended up in France.
There were croissants there.
Yeah,
I hope.
they were pretty good. So I went through traveling through the Abington High School. I forget exactly what program it's called, but just the school trips. We went to Europe. We went to 6 countries in total, which was only supposed to be 5. I'll tell that story in a little second. We went to France. What am I forgetting? France, Germany, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Italy, and then we had a 10-minute break in Austria while crossing the border. It was really fun. We we got trapped in Paris airport, which was really not fun. We missed our connecting flight because there was a delay out of JFK. So like once we got there, like, oh, it's already gone. We don't speak English. I was like, thanks, nice. So we're there for a day. We got accommodations in Paris. We went out to go see the Eiffel Tower, the Arc de Triomphe, and some other places nearby. Didn't really like France that much. It honestly just felt like a dirtier Boston.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, was the Eiffel Tower cool, or was it all?
Germany?
Was it a little? Yeah, something like that.
What did you say?
Is the Eiffel Tower in Germany?
No, that's in France.
You sure?
Good enough. So the Eiffel Tower, it wasn't what I was expecting. It was pretty big, and it was like, okay, it's like it's in the pictures, but it was nothing like special.
It's just like, oh, there's that thing that everybody talks about.
Yeah, it's just there's just a bunch of like buildings around it. It just looked like it was in the center of a park, which it was. And then I thought it was a lot cooler, which it's around it's in the middle of a traffic circle, but the Arc de Triomphe, it's much older. It just looked a lot cooler and more interesting than the Eiffel Tower. But step away from I almost said, you messed me up. I almost said Germany. When we went to Germany, we went to Olympia Park. That was really cool. We went to go see the place of the 1972 Olympics.
That's cool.
That was really cool. I ran around the track there, which was really fun. It was massive. All tracks are the same size, but the arena was massive. Yeah. We went up Olympia Tower, which I got some amazing views up there. Went to BMW headquarters. I almost forgot. Earlier that day, we went to Nazi Germany's first concentration camp, Dachau, and that was a very, I feel, perspective change, because you all hear about World War II and the awful things, but to actually go to one of those places where these awful atrocities happened was just so, I don't know how to explain it. It was interesting. Emotional. And it was so silent there. It's the quietest during that trip, and it was, I don't know, but it was an experience that I'll never forget.
It definitely must have been like eye-opening.
Definitely.
I mean, I personally would love to visit a place like that sometime in the future.
Because we saw like the cremation room, and I was like, wow, thousands of people lost their lives there, and it was just, I don't know. It left me at a loss for words, and I'm still at a loss for words for it.
Yeah.
But to go on
understandable.
To go on a little happier note, after Germany, we went to Switzerland. We went to go see the Swiss Alps. We went up to Jungfrau Joch, which is one of the mountains within the Swiss Alps. I really liked it. I got a Swiss Army knife up there, so I thought it was pretty worth it.
Nice.
We had lots of cheese in Switzerland. We had fondue one night, and then the night before we had, I think it was literally just cheese and potatoes. It was nice. Everyone complained about it, but honestly, I really liked it.
Yeah.
They also had amazing chocolate there. We went to like a Lindt store all the way up at the top of the Swiss Alps. It was so cool.
That is sick. I love their chocolate.
Yeah, it was great. But before, I forgot, we went to Liechtenstein. It was a place. It was very small. We were supposed to get we were anticipating a tour of like most of like the capital of Liechtenstein, but our tour guide literally took us around a block, and it was explaining every single detail about that area, which it was interesting, but it was cool to be there nonetheless.
Yeah.
Then we went to Italy. We went to Milan. It was the first night we were there. It was the first night of Fashion Week, which Milan is a very fashion-based city, so it was packed. It was like the most populated place I've ever seen. I didn't really like that part. The second day, it was a lot calmer. We went to the Duomo, which is a old cathedral there. We walked around Milan, got some free time. There's a cool bookstore. I couldn't read anything there, obviously, but it just looked really cool. A big Spider-Man statue.
That's pretty cool.
Which was really cool.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
How was the food in all the countries, you would say?
They were really good. I thought in Paris, we had a American-themed restaurant, and I had a burger called the Joe Allen.
That's a very American name.
Was the place called like the Burger Place or something like that?
I thought it was gonna be called like the Big America or something.
I forget
Big Patriot.
the name. I'm pretty sure they have a restaurant in New York City. I can't remember. The best food had to be Italy. We went to an
Well, that
Italian.
makes sense.
We had an Italian sandwich shop. My God, it was. I forget what the sandwich I had was called. I think it was Bete Coma La Fuma. So good. I don't even know.
was in it?
I don't
Oh.
know. But it was good. And I guess they have a location in New York City. So I'm going to try to go there again because, my God, that was the best sandwich I'm ever going to have in my life. And then for dinner that night, we had pastas. So I got risotto nero. Not no risotto nero. I got risotto with saffron seasoning.
I'm allergic.
That's a tragedy.
I'm sorry. It was really good. I hate to rub it in your face.
But you couldn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
No, you couldn't enjoy it.
Honestly, I would have been a little mad at you if you went to Italy and didn't get pasta.
I know.
That's like their staple.
Did you get pizza?
We did get pizza. We went back to the same restaurant the day after, and we had so much pizza. Like, they just kept shoving it down our throats, and I just kept eating it. I probably gained at least 5 pounds that night. Everyone goes like, oh, Italy's known for their pizza. The pizza that like we had there, it was just, I don't know how to explain it. It was just kind of pizza. It tasted like a little bit better than like the generic South Shore bar pizza, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It's something you go to like a very fancy restaurant and get pizza there.
Yeah.
They had really good 4-cheese pizza. I forget exactly what cheeses it was, but
Oh, that was probably crazy good.
it was really good. But other than that, it was just like, it's pizza.
Did you try to make Italian people mad by putting ketchup on the pizza or something like that? Like eating it with like mustard or something?
They had ketchup there, and I was extremely tempted to do it.
You should have started eating it with a fork.
Oh,
I should have folded up into a taco and started eating it. All those images came through my mind, and it took every ounce of my being not to do it.
you would have gotten kicked out of the restaurant.
Yeah.
man.
I would have done it.
I know you would have.
I would even put ketchup on pizza, bro.
But we had a Segway tour throughout Milan. That was really cool.
That's cool.
Learning how to ride a Segway. I felt like Paul Blart. That was really cool.
That's awesome.
We saw a football riot, football/soccer.
Yeah.
Like they went out on the street and like partied during the day.
Was it like a happy party or?
It was a party.
Not a good party from what I've heard.
Not really. Thankfully they were over the bridge. It was an experience. I'm pretty sure they were a Spanish team, so it's people from Spain just going into Milan.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, I think I've said enough.
It was a crazy trip, dude.
Oh, it was crazy. And then we went back, and I was jet lagged for at least 2 days. And then we're at JFK for like 6 hours.
Oh, that must have been fun.
No.
Sounds awesome, dude.
I had Shake Shack, and then I was half
Oh,
asleep.
Shake Shack's
Oh
good.
my god, don't start with me.
It's expensive.
It's
but
very
good.
expensive.
I
but
just
it's pretty
remember the like the first day that you guys had left. It was Friday that you guys left and were in France, right?
good. Yes.
Yeah. So Friday we were still in school at that point because it was the last day before break.
Yeah.
And I remember checking my phone and I texted you in Europe yet? And then like a couple hours later I checked and you had sent me a picture of you like in France and you were like, we're stuck in France. And I thought that was hysterical.
It was an experience. We're just like all in a certain gate, and we were just there for like multiple hours while Miss Daisy and Miss Mahana were negotiating with Air France, so we didn't have to like stay there for another night, like sleeping on
I
the
couldn't
airport
imagine
floors.
having to do that on the fly.
Yeah.
Props to them.
Did
know.
they speak English, the workers at Air France? Because how did
It's
how
an
did they get
international
sorted out?
airport, so I'm pretty sure they had to. But there was one point where like we were trying to rush to a connecting flight, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, we don't speak English," which I'm not buying that for 1 minute. And they also lost Miss Mahana's luggage, which I feel really bad about. So if you're watching this, please hate on Air France. They're not that great.
Dang. Oh, like it's still lost. She didn't get
No,
it
she
back.
got it back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, that's good.
They just lost it. They sent it back. So the day she got back, her luggage was there.
Oh.
So she just had to buy a bunch of new clothes in Germany. So
That
I
sucks,
feel
man.
bad. But props to Miss Mahana and Mrs. Daisy. They made that trip an amazing experience, and it wouldn't have been the same without them.
Yeah.
All right. I stayed a little bit too long on that. Let's move on to our next topic. superlatives. I think the final round of superlative voting came out today.
Yep.
Oh, is that the final round?
It's
Yeah.
a final round. So we're picking 2 people, and then whoever has the highest votes will be given to those who will be. The pictures will be taken next week, and I believe that's the last thing for the yearbook. So what's everyone thinking about superlatives?
I think it's cool. I mean, there's a lot of like interesting ones on there, like something
Yeah.
I would never expect. Like, one that like caught my attention was like best eyes. I was like,
That
oh,
was
that's
interesting.
It's just like funny more than anything.
I like that academic
funny.
weapon one. That one's funny.
Academic, I thought that was pretty funny. But it's like, best eyes. I'm just not looking into Quin's eyes. Sometimes. It's just not like I'm looking into people's eyes and going like, yep, they have the best eyes.
Yeah, it's some of those categories it was pretty hard to vote for. You had to really like stop and think
Yeah.
about like who would really qualify for that kind of thing.
Yeah, it took me like 2 days to actually, because I wanted to take my time and go through like, okay, who's deserving of like each of my votes. It was difficult, but I eventually narrowed it down, and I feel pretty confident with my picks.
Yeah. I feel confident more so in some than others. Some of them I didn't really know, so I was just like, yeah, maybe you as well.
Yeah.
But a lot of them I feel like are like, okay, yeah.
Speaking of superlatives, didn't you get nominated for one?
I was about to bring that up.
Yeah, I think I did.
You did too.
You,
Did I?
You got nominated for 2.
Oh, I forgot.
For Music Man.
Yes, that's like a.
And was it Academic Weapon?
I think it was academic
so.
weapon as well. You got nominated for a music one and a academics one, and then Chris got nominated for an art one.
Ooh.
Yes. It's a little surprising.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I think next week. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
What else? Is there anything you want to talk about more about superlatives?
I didn't vote. I flipped a coin on half of them. I couldn't be bothered. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just couldn't be bothered.
So are you getting
That is fair.
like the title of the show? I know I keep bringing this up. How do you feel about senioritis? Does that play
Don't
a
talk
part
to
in
me.
it?
Don't talk to me about that.
Don't talk to you about senioritis.
I have 5 overdue tests because I've been getting a little lazy, and
Sick.
yeah, I've been getting very sick. And long story short, I have a 3 in my math, a 3.03 in my math class. That's not my GPA. That's the grade I have in my math class.
Oh my
I did a
god.
test today though. Did a test today out of the 5.
Yeah, that'll bring it
Oh,
back.
you actually
man.
got, was
That'll
it,
bring it back.
That's for, so you got one of them. Oh,
You're making it back. This is going to be the best.
Yeah, they're not ready for it.
they're not ready for the comeback.
They're not ready for it. People keep telling me I won't make it.
You will.
You're going to make it. I
think
promise.
This is the worst case we've seen
Of
on the
senioritis.
show so far. Of senioritis.
It's probably going to go down in the history of senioritis.
This will definitely go down in the history of this show as maybe the worst case of senioritis ever. How do you feel about that being your
I need
legacy?
to put the
here?
nail in the coffin
Why
like
am I being
that.
interrogated? Damn.
in interrogate,
Don't
you're
worry,
being
it'll be an
awarded.
academic comeback.
It won't.
Oh,
It will.
But,
You're just saying it would.
I was
You
lying.
said they're not ready. No, I'm not. V2024's got nothing on this.
anyway,
All right, on to our next topic. April break. What's everyone got plans for April break?
I'm thinking about going down to Florida maybe.
Really?
Visit some family.
Ooh,
I
that'd be
don't know.
fun.
You're from Florida, right?
I was born here. I moved to Florida. Lived there for like 8 years of my life. Came back here halfway through 4th grade. But I want to go back to Boca Raton for a little bit. Maybe surf and mostly fish and visit family.
Oh, I could go for some fishing right now.
my grandmother actually lives right. She doesn't live on it, but she lives near Boca Grande. Like that's the beach we go to.
Nice.
It's a nice beach.
Hmm.
A bit of a
Snob.
fisherman myself. So
Are you?
yeah.
Follow
not
the
a good day.
Fisherman's law, fisherman's rules.
That's like the only area of Florida that I really know well because whenever I go to Florida, I go down there, which is not super frequently, but that's where all my family lives. In like West Palm, Boca, that whole area.
Yeah, my grandmother lives in Punta Gorda, down on the down by Southwest, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice out there. It's actually pretty cool.
God, it's really gorgeous compared to the weather up here.
Especially-
Maybe during the summer it's not that great, but especially like right around now, I'd much rather be down there.
Same here. I think I have an aunt down there, but as you're saying, Sebastian, it's not a good day if you're not fishing.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
Do fish
saying.
fear you?
Yes, they do.
Nice.
Yeah, my auntie is down there actually. So I was thinking about going to visit her.
Oh, nice. Cool. Why are you looking at me like
She
that?
got taken away from me a little while ago by something.
She raptured?
Okay. That's a reference to our podcast on Spotify, mid-afternoon podcast. But
Quick plug.
Quick plug.
Quick plug.
But this is Senioritis, so let's keep going on to that.
Yes.
What are you doing for April break?
For April break, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea. I'm going to see how it goes. I'm probably going to be using it to keep up with schoolwork. I'm just going to be using it to rest so I don't die for like the last stretch, which I'm probably going to. Honestly, I don't think I have anything planned, which is really nice to think about since I really liked the Europe trip, but just going towards it, like going towards that date. So like, okay, we have break, but I'm not going to be resting.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit draining looking forward to, but it was well worth it. But it's nice looking forward to a vacation. Go like, okay, I'm not doing much. Sweet.
I'm excited to do absolutely nothing for that entire week, and then right after that, it's like what, 3 more weeks, and then we're gone.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? I don't know if you mentioned what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna add much because I don't know, like you guys, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm just excited to sleep in. It's like a weekend.
Me too.
Times 10.
Nice. But before April break, I think a few of us are going to a local convention nearby. We can bring that up briefly. It's not senior
in
related,
Boston.
but it's fun.
So it's actually next Friday, PAX East. It's like a video game / tabletop game convention. It's looking to be pretty fun this year.
Nice.
Like usual, but we're all going.
Yeah.
Probably, which is pretty cool.
Pretty excited for
I think
it.
it's fun. What are you guys looking forward to for that convention? What are your favorite parts, starting with Quin?
I mean, like, there's a lot of like development studios that I know of that have been working on like a lot of games that I'm very interested in. I'm excited to see what they've got to put on display. And also, it's cool just getting to go into Boston for a day and like go into the convention center and just see what's going on.
I'm thinking of Canes right now.
Oh yeah,
think
bit of a
Raising
Caniac.
Canes.
Raising Canes.
That's kind of our ritual whenever we go into Boston. Grab some Raising Canes.
I don't know if there's one right near the convention center.
No, it's a bit farther. We'd have to walk for it, but well worth
does
it.
not matter.
Well
Worth
worth
the
it.
hike.
Well,
It is worth the hike.
catch a cab.
All right, Sebastian. What about you? This is your first time going, right?
Oh yeah, I'm just excited to go to a convention because I just want to see new games, see people. Like there are a few celebrities going, but I think we're gonna miss them by a day or so, which I'm kind of disappointed about.
Oh yeah, Matt Pat.
Some of the rosters shuffled about the different days, so we won't be able to see everyone. But there's still a good amount of people.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm just excited to go.
Yeah.
Me too.
It'll be
Play some
fun.
new games and stuff. Just walk around, buy some like I don't know, some pins maybe.
Yeah.
Some stuff and such. I don't know.
Some trinkets.
Yes.
What about you, Chris? What are you looking forward to?
Last year it was very busy, so I didn't get to like try out any of the demos. But like there'll be like a lot of indie studios there, and like not even just indie, but like other like whether it be AAA or indie developers. They'll usually have like demos of their games that they haven't released yet. Yeah, so maybe since we're going like on a weekday this year, it'll be a little less crowded and I'll actually get to try something. But yeah, that. And also I like seeing people dress up too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, some of those cosplays are amazing. Like you go there and it's like, huh, it's like right from the show or right from the game. It's like it's just down to the detail.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to all that stuff. I don't really have much to add. You talked about all the stuff I want to do. And we're going to shuffle on to our last topic. It's going to be a really brief one, but I believe next week spring sports starts. Does anyone play any spring sports?
That's all you guys.
I was thinking about doing maybe spring track this year.
Oh, nice.
A few of my friends are doing it. They told me I should do it. I was thinking about it because I don't know, I haven't done any sports in a little while, apart from like, I don't know, just like playing soccer in my backyard with family.
Yeah.
So the
So
soccer manager for the most recent fall season, right?
It was a very interesting year. I knew quite a bit of them before I was on the team. Got to know them more while I was on the team. It was very fun though. We had a good year.
Yeah, it did look fun.
Sounds like a fun experience. I really like track. I've done it for 2 years. I did it freshman year, and then I did ultimate frisbee, and then I went back to track last year. Now I have no idea what I'm going to do, if anything. What are you looking forward to for track? Do you know what event you'd want to do?
Oh, I have no idea. I'm basically just rolling a dice at this point. I don't know.
Do you want to jump or run?
I'm definitely going to run. I cannot
You're a
jump.
good
Or
runner.
throw.
You're fast.
Yeah.
You're a good runner.
I cannot jump for the life of me though. I feel I'm going to like snap my ankle if I try to jump over a hurdle or something.
Oh, they also got throwing events. You got like discus,
Javelin.
shot put, javelin.
Don't give me a javelin.
All right.
You're not a great thrower.
No, I'm too good of a thrower.
Okay then. I'm leaning towards ultimate frisbee right now, but I'm not sure what I can do. I'm gonna have a really busy schedule, especially with AP tests coming up.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
Thank God I didn't
I'm not
take
taking
those,
any this
man.
year.
I'm not taking any. I could not deal
I'm
with
already-
that on top of everything else.
I remember the day in Miss Leonardo's class when was it Miss Kasha that came in, started handing out files like who's doing the AP exams. I just put my head down on my desk and just like completely ignored her. Miss Kasha, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I just didn't want to take the AP exams, and I didn't know how to say no without looking like a villain. I don't know.
But sadly, I'm gonna be taking 3 at the moment. I'm looking to drop 2 of those, most likely. I really want to do the calculus test because like I'm going into computer science most likely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be seeing calculus till I die.
Calculus is gonna. That's a bad test. I've heard it's very tough.
I've heard so too. But if I focus, I cut down that 3, put it to 1, and I lock in. I feel pretty confident. No, I don't. No.
I have faith in
You
you.
can lock in.
I'm sure you
No.
can do it.
No, you could do it.
No.
I believe in you.
Just gotta lock in.
You're
Just gotta get that
the
mentality.
least affected by senioritis out of the 4 of us. So you
Yes,
definitely.
I don't know
Like
how.
I've been clocked out since like 2 months ago, so there's no chance I was doing any of the AP exams. You at least maybe there's a little bit of
Hey,
something left.
Sebastian.
I'm at like so I'm gonna make a calculus reference. It's kind of like a sine graph. So it's like going up. It's like, okay, here I am. Then I take a dip. I'm in like hell. Then I come back up, and it just keeps going, and it doesn't end. I keep switching between, okay, I'm fine, and then I'm not fine. It's just cycle. It's not ending. But speaking of cycles,
I'm at a
I think it's
constant
the end of
negative slope.
senioritis.
Yeah. I've been having senioritis since freshman year, so I just like to point that out.
All right. Well,
I
that's
just feel like, you know,
You glad to almost be done?
I'm more than glad. I'm gonna hit a heel click on my way out of this school. I tell you what.
all
I
right.
say sayonara and do a jig or something. I don't know.
All right. That sounds great.
Yes.
Well, I think that wraps it up for today. This was Senioritis v2024. I'm not sure what episode number we are on. I'm your host, Michael Leary, and until next time, enjoy being in school and stay in it.